Hello and welcome to another vlog. After returning from Javai, Rajasthan, we decided to have rest for a day and we roamed around in the city in an auto rickshaw. And it was so much fun because it has been a long time since we have traveled in one of these. I also had to continue to visit my doctor for physio, and we've spotted this street performance going on where this little girl was balancing herself on a string between two poles. This was quite fascinating to watch, and at the same time, it's sad that such talent is struggling to fill their stomach. And with proper support, she could do way better in life.
The next day,
We just arrived here in an old town nearby, which is called Daboi. This place is just like paused in time, the narrow lanes with houses that could easily be up to 100 years old, and people who are really welcoming are the highlight of this place. There is a lot of Jain community in this town. I was really attracted by the whole old village kind of vibe of this town. Plus, all the things going on the streets created so many stories while walking down the lanes. There were people chilling on the streets and kids going to their tuitions and so many other things going on at the same time. The main reason we visited here was because of a special Jain temple. The idol of god Lord Parshvanath is said to be around 600 years old, and the artistry of the temple is exceptional. There are also a lot of miracle stories of this temple, and one of them is that actual idol was made of sand, and despite being submerged in water for a long period, it has miraculously hardened like iron. And as this location is ancient, rich in history, and has a serene ambience, makes it a must-visit destination for Jain devotees. This area is also famous for this fruit which is called kotha in Gujarati and wood apple in English. It is said that it aids digestion, treats stomach related issues, and has antioxidant properties. However, for us, it was just very tangy and tasty, so we always used to have this when we were in India before.
later that same evening,
We returned home as it was Karwa Chauth, which is a Hindu festival related to married couples. She is having some mehndi or henna art on her hands, and we also had some rituals as a part of this festival.
the next day,
We are now heading to get the delivery of our new car, and my niece wanted nail paint on her while we were on our way. We will be going to a resort tomorrow, and luckily, we got the delivery the day before our trip so that we can take the new car for a spin. And finally, after all the paperwork was done, it was time for the delivery. It's a Tata Tiago automatic, and it is the first automatic car in our family. Before this, we always had a manual car, but looking at the worst traffic conditions now, we decided to go for an automatic this time. As per the Indian culture, we did puja before driving the car for the first time. This is mainly done for good luck and safety of everyone. Me and my niece placed a small Ganesh statue in the car, and in India, this is very common to see such religious things in almost every car on the road. Finally, it was the time for the first ride for my dad with his brand new car, and everyone was extremely happy. And I believe buying a car is always an emotional event. Everyone got their hands on having a new experience with this car, and basically, we enjoyed it a lot.
Later that same evening.
It was time for the main puja for Karwa Chauth in the evening, and after which we had dinner. We also had to do our packing for the trip tomorrow.
The next day.
So, this is the Basalt Paradise Resort and Spa. It is located near Pavagadh, near Vadodara. So it is a nice property. It's huge, and they have this huge parking space. As you can see, I think it can easily accommodate about 20 cars. So let me give you a tour of this property. This is the reception area of the property where they have this nice fountain. This is the reception, which is as usual. You can check in there. As you can see, there are various activities that you can do here, one of which is riding a bike or riding this scooter. So you won't be bored during your stay at this property. Once you check in from the reception, then they have this pool area, banquets, and restaurant towards the left. And once you start walking from the reception, they have this nice sculpture here, and here are the rooms. So ours is a Zen room. They also have private villas that you can book on the back side. So here you can see these are the Zen rooms. Starting from here, ours is 16, 17, and 18. We have booked 3 rooms. Here is the nice walking area with lots of greenery, lots of plants around. And one thing that I like about this property is it's not too old. So it was started last year, and it would be fair to say that it's well maintained. Everything is very crisp and clean. And here you can see, here is a huge garden area. There is a view of the mountains at the back. You can sit here and relax during the evening, have some snacks, enjoy with your kids and all. And the swimming pool is on the top floor of this building, which I'll show you in a moment. Now moving forward, there is this bridge type of structure. On the bottom of the bridge, there are these beautiful fishes that you can see. So there are rooms on each side of the bridge, and again there is this walking area which leads you to the rooms. And in front of these rooms you have a nice view of the mountains in the morning, and you can see the sunrise as well. And there are many indoor activities as well. There are few other rooms. I'll show it to you later in this video. You can see there is a badminton net. You can bring your rackets and play badminton here in this area with this nice view. So these are all the activities that you can do during your stay. Honestly, I'm not so impressed with the activities because it is not well maintained. But then I guess at this time of the year, this is an off season for this property, so I believe they might start maintaining it soon. And once the festival period is here and holidays are here, like people would be like, there would be more crowd here. So let me show you the play area, the indoor activities area. So this is the first indoor activity room. They have this air hockey, they have a TT table in this room, and there is an air conditioner, but it doesn't work so well. There is this second indoor activity room where they have this carom, ludo, foosball, and chess. This is a soft room for the kids, so they have this nice mats here, and I guess this is for very young kids where they can play on their own so that they don't get hurt. So this is a nice room for the kids. And as we exit from the indoor activities room, on the other side we also have this discotheque, which is not in operation at the moment, but I guess whenever it is in operation it would be fun to have some dance activities as well. Moving ahead from the discotheque, there is this jungle area where you can just enjoy the nature, the sounds of birds, and nice sunlight if you like. There are some really nice flowers, and the smell is also really nice of these flowers. So just besides this jungle area, there is another kids play area where they have few other activities for the older kids, like these ones. The kids really like these ones. So my niece is 5 years old and she really likes climbing on all of these activities, and she has a lot of fun here. Just besides this kids play area, there is this jungle area which I mentioned before, where there are various benches where you can sit and relax with your family. We can also play cricket here. They provide the bat and ball, and you can always have a nice relaxed conversation here when you sit with your family or friends, and during the morning basically. And you can also have, like, you can order a cup of tea or anything you like from the restaurant. The restaurant is a bit expensive for my liking, but then it's all about the experience that they provide. This is the view from the pool, and as I said before, it was off season and there were hardly any guests at this resort apart from us, so we had the whole pool for ourselves, and the weather was quite hot, which made the experience of swimming in a rooftop pool a lot better. This is the view from the top. As you can see, the property is huge and has lots of things to offer to make your stay worthwhile. My mom was a bit scared to go in the pool, but there was a shallow patch, and I insisted my mom to join me in the pool, and she really enjoyed it.
3 hours later.
We then went out for dinner at a nearby Rajasthani restaurant. And I can't stop mentioning this again and again that the food here in India is just like heaven.
1 hour later.
After dinner, we decided to play table tennis. And if you don't know already, I have an obsession with table tennis. And I think it comes from my mom, as she used to play it in her college days and she was pretty good at it. Although the racket and balls were not professional, but it was so much fun to play with mom and dad, and we are gonna do it once they visit the UK as well.
The next day.
We woke up to this mountain view with mild warmth of the sun, so I decided to shoot a time lapse. It was a relaxing morning overall, and mom and dad were also up, so we were just chilling in the garden and waiting for everyone to wake up. The best thing to do at such a place is just sit with your family and have random conversations about random topics and simply enjoy the atmosphere. So that is what we did here. We then decided to play cricket for a while. I remember as a kid, me and my dad used to play cricket for hours in our front parking space, and it has been more than 15 years since we did that. We made a rule that everyone will play 6 balls, and if they get out, they need to field. But as you can see, she was out, but everyone supported her instead of me. My mom, who has never played cricket, also got inspired by us and wanted to bat. And followed by my sister in law. So everyone had a good family cricket game.
A few moments later.
We then made our way towards the breakfast served in the restaurant, and here it was a buffet system where you can pick what you want to eat, and also they served hot parathas, which was a treat to us. As this was our last day here, we just wandered around the property for one last time before we left, and we shot some cinematic videos as we had a great time here. And this is our last trip in India before we go back to the UK. I'll drop the link of the resort in the description for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for our next vlog for the last week in India, and I'll see you in the next one.